Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today, we're going to be playing around with Reels. But first, we're going to kick off with a brand new track from Joe and Barry Glenn. This is Maids at a Distance.
All you maids that live at a distance, many miles from all your swain, command Sicily at this very moment, for to pass away some time, singing sweetly and completely songs of pleasure and of love, for my heart is with him altogether, though I live not where I love. When asleep I dream about him, when I wake I find no rest, every moment thinking of him, my heart afflicts it in his breast. Though far distance may be assistance from my mind him to remove, yet my heart is with him altogether, though I live not where I love. The world may be of one religion, or living things may cease to die, before that I prove false to my joy, or in any way his love deny. The world would change and be more strange, if ever I my love disprove, for my heart is with him altogether, though I live not where I love. So farewell, lads, and farewell, lasses. Now I think I've made my choice. I will away to yonder mountain, where I think I hear his voice. And if he calls, then I will follow through the world that is so wide. For young Thomas, he did promise I should be his lawful wife.
Good morning. Didn't expect to laugh so early in the show. That was the tits. What a great song, huh? What a fantastic song. Amazing song. I reckon, in my opinion, I said this on Patreon, that is one of their best songs. So tight and such great performances all around. Absolutely perfect performances. Yeah? What a power couple they are, you know? In fact, if there was ever a duo out there that I would get involved with a threesome with, it would be Joe and Barry Glenn. Speaking of which, segue, I will be getting involved with a threesome with them later today in a few hours' time when I'm recording some vocals for Joe and Barry Glenn's next song. So we've got a special show coming up a little bit later today. If you want to tune into that, it's directly after YML. You can see me, Joe, and Barry have a threesome. What is going on? What is happening? Yeah, I'm drunk. I'm absolutely drunk, Coldacre. Drunk with no sleep, very little sleep. And your performance yesterday on Gmail haunted my dreams because it was so magnificent. If you didn't see that, folks, Coldacre, for the first time ever, performed yesterday on Camp Gmail with his little guitar and his little microphone. And it was lovely. It was wonderful. All right. Welcome to the show. This is How to App on iOS. I am Jade. Every day we do a bunch of things that are mostly nonsense and fun, and we look at apps and talk about music and stuff. And hello to our What Warriors. You know, the drill, $1 a month, you can get custom emojis. And we're going to do another cool thing very soon for the Wart Warriors and all that stuff. That was almost sincere. It was. You actually woke me up from my slumber yesterday. I was asleep and I heard your voice and I woke up and was like, oh my God, Coldacre's actually on screen singing. Thank you, Thomas. Hello to you all. Thomas Christ, Audible Video. We've got, who else? Coldacre, Barry Glenn, Princess LDG. Jim Shannon on sounds, what's happening? And there's a few other people I think I've missed. FPC is in the house. Why did my voice go like that? Mateus, what's going on? I saw the Falcro up at the top of the chat somewhere. I forgot to mute my phone. Sorry. There we go. Leela, of course. How can I forget the lovely Leela? Where are these comments? I can't see. And Falcro. I said Falcro. If I've missed you, I do apologise. We've got a cool show coming up today. We're looking at a really cool app from AudioThing. Another cool app. I mean, they just keep winning, don't they? They're like, they are absolutely like that dude who was winning back in the day. But no, everything they put out is really cool. Sounds like mating pigeons. It does, doesn't it? Strangely enough, you know, as they say, we all fly together. This show, man. I think I'm slowly going insane. Barry and Joe are here. I think Joe's here as well. Hello. All right, what are we doing? Let's go over here. Let's go and do something else which doesn't involve me losing my mind. Let's do that, shall we? Price drops. We got a bunch of price drops from a lot of really cool developers. Look at all these. So we got Versin have got apps on sale. We've got, who else have got apps on sale? We've got Versin. We got Ape. We got Ape Delay, and see, we got Ape Delay here by ApeSoft. So all of ApeSoft's apps are on sale. Not all, I think. Is it all of them? Possibly. Yeah, it looks like nearly all of them anyway. So you can see there's a whole bunch of apps on sale here. Really good stuff. Nearly everything on this page is awesome. You know, Matrix vocoder. If you've ever wanted a vocoder, did a show on this as well. It's really, really cool. Cube Synth, Ape Delay, IVCS3, which I still haven't done a show on because my brain isn't equipped for it yet, but I will get to it this year. I promise you that. Over the page, because there's so many, Terraverse, Reslice, Ape Matrix, Loop Buds on sale. All of Igor Vasilyev's apps are on sale. So Soundsaw, Vintage Rack, Fieldscaper, Synthscaper, Beat Cutter. Also, you've got all of the Eventide apps on sale as well too. It's just mayhem. So many apps on sale, it's ridiculous. There you go. But we're looking at this today. We're looking at Reels, the latest from AudioThing. It's a lo-fi tape. It is a Japanese tape recorder. And here is the website for the desktop and Mac version for VST and AU versions, which are currently $29, normally $59. So you can get this also on your favorite computers. So here it is. It's based on a vintage Japanese reel-to-reel. And look at that thing. This, the high fidelity model 402, is it? It looks like a kid's toy, doesn't it? But, it's, again, I say this all the time. We just are so blessed to be able to have these amazing things in a piece of software to do all these really cool things. Now, what this is really good for, as you're going to see, is what I would use this for my example today, I'm not using it like this. This would be perfect for the end track for your master mix of a song, a lo-fi song especially. I would definitely throw this on that final mix track and just whack this through there instead of individual tracks, just to get that total lo-fi sound, because this has everything in one app. It's really solid, really good. And on iOS, so you saw there, $29, normally $59, iOS, $9.99. It is an intro price, I do believe. Let's check. Intro price, $9.99, and it will be going up March 31st. So you got plenty of time to make a decision. Full price will be $19 US, $23, 23 euros. Boom. There it is. Shall we open up a project and kick off? See what I made today? It's always, you never know what you're going to get when I've tried to make music. So let's move this here. And have I got everything hooked up? I think so. We got, what are we running here? So we got a couple of scalers. We got a pure upright. We got a splat to clat, of course. We've got a trooper. And we've got a lo-fi tape, a swam trumpet, and something extra on the end there. So, straight away, we got sound. I'll mute myself and we'll play and listen to what this thing does. Sounded pretty cool, man. Yeah? Love that sound of that machine running in the background. Sounds like rain almost. Really nice. So, yeah, that was whipped up last night. Say about 15 minutes. Sounds good. This is the beauty of AUM and having all these amazing instruments. Let me just can these. Go away. Sounds like crickets almost. We sure do live in the future, don't we? Yeah, so you can just sit here within 15 minutes, open AUM, slap a few instruments together and hold it all together just with, what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chords? 5 chords, you know, all just through something like Scalar. There you go. So you can just, we're just so lucky to be able to do things like that. Let's clear out this project here. I've got it saved. So, and yes, we are in the future going to do a show where I'm going to take a look. Look at all these. I'm going to go through all of these projects. See all these? These are projects that I do every day from the show since the show started. And I'm going to go through and find some of the best of them and put them in a folder. And we're going to put them all together in a show and build an EP. What do you think? I think that's going to be a fun show to do, maybe in a couple of weeks' time or something. We'll build a EP. It'll be all different styles. There'll be some noise in there. There'll be some trip hop. There'll be some dancey music. It'll be fun. Anyway, let's build something from scratch here. Not really build anything. We just want to make something so we can run through and show you where everything is on this app so you can make an informed decision on if this is for you or not. Because, as we say here, apps aren't Pokemon. You don't need to collect them all, just the ones that make you create better music. So let's just open a pure piano here, pure upright. That's my go-to for a piano because it sounds so nice. And I'm going to open up piano motifs here. Just create a lovely little motif that we'll put on a loop. So then we can run through. Because, I mean, this really does sound nice on a piano. Let's randomize. The beautiful thing about piano motifs here is it generates beautiful stuff. We can go create a loop, hit le generate, see what it gives us. We've got to connect it to our pure piano. Hello, Frank Terzo. Let's add reels on here. And straight away, hello Kim. Straight away, as soon as we add this, let's give this a bit of volume. Just going to add a little gain on here. So you can hear, here's our plain piano. And as soon as I add reels to it, there's that grimy little lo-fi sound kicking in. So let's talk about this interface. We'll bring down this piano a bit. We have, across the top, all of the patches are in here, all your presets. You can go up and down a preset with the arrows over here if you don't want to open up the preset little section. You can save a preset with the little disk button that is your save. You can delete a preset, and we have a randomization dice if you're feeling lucky, punk. Like that. Am I feeling lucky again? I am. Wow, that was a bit mayhemic. You never know what you're going to get. All right, let's go back to our initial patch. Okay, so you've got 3 styles. So as I said, this is a Japanese recorder, but it has in the left here, you can see we've got this little switch, and up the top it says JP, IT, and FR. So that stands for Japanese, Italian, and French. So these are 3 different versions of this recorder. So if I flick through, the Japanese is the highest quality, but as we go through to the Italian, it will degrade, and the French one is the kind of lowest quality. And when you change the settings, this reel down the bottom will change color to let you know you're on a different reel. So you're essentially changing out the setup. Directly underneath that, you can change the tape speed. So now you can see, even down here, it changes speed. It actually slows down or speeds up. That's a bit racist, says Barry Glenn. Yeah, the poor old French, they're always copying it. So across to our tape. So this is where you find things like your flutter, harshness. So basically like a saturator. And you're really going to notice the harshness more so on the French setting. If we click this back to Japanese, so it's still there, but it's a much brighter sound. It's funny, I do like the French one more. It's just filthier. So we've got wow and flutter, which of course is going to warp that tape. And I know I'm preempting Barry writing, you know, back in the day, this was the sound we didn't want to hear when we were using tapes. And nowadays, this is the sound that we're going for. It's funny how the world spins around in these cycles. So drops, you'll notice, pretty much does what it says. You'll notice more dropouts. So you can hear that tape just dropping, fading in and out. Yes, it absolutely is, Kim. There it is. It's currently $29 on Mac and PC at AudioThing.net. So there is a desktop version. All AudioThing apps are available from AudioThing.net on the computers. So yeah, if we take out this flutter and harshness, you should be able to hear these drops here. So you can hear that tape kind of fading in and out. We've also got a crosstalk. So this is a crosstalk between the 2 tape heads. Right? So you've got 2 tape heads down here. And this can give you a balance up the middle between the 2 tape heads, or you can go hardcore extreme over to the right, or you can go over to the left. So you can hear there's definitely a difference between the 2 tape heads. Hi Axiom, what's going on? Or you can have a nice mix between the middle. Bit of flutter, throw in some harshness. You also have, if we stop this, over next to the tape sound. So there's your little tape section, so where you can mess around with the tape and have dropouts and flutter and harshness, put some saturation. We've also got our hiss and motor So here's our tape hiss. And you'll notice when we flick between the 3 styles, it changes. And even when we change between our tape speed, so you've got a nice little selection there of hiss if you'd like to add hiss into your sounds. Hello, Brad Example. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Hang on, I don't think there's a pigeon sound in here. What is that? So you've also got a motor sound in here as well. So you can emulate the sound of the motor from this wonderful recreation of this tape recorder. And again, it will change between tape speed So the thing to remember is when you are adding these noise and hiss, when the music's not playing, these effects are going to be there. Yeah. So start playing. So when you stop, these added noise effects are going to remain in the background. What's really nice here is you have this little envelope button over here as well. Now what this does when we turn it on, you'll notice there, I'll shut my mouth and listen. When I turn on this envelope, the noise, the motor and the hiss will get lower. And what that is, it's pretty much ducking, yeah? So it's using, if we hit the edit underneath here, it uses an envelope to duck underneath the piano. So the noise is, whenever there's a note hit, the sound of the noise drops and then comes back up, yeah? So it's going to duck underneath whatever's being played. And you can control that within this envelope. So if I had a lot of release in here, you're still going to hear these sounds. Or I pull down the attack, but if I raise this, the noise is there, but it's only being lifted every time there's a space within the notes. So that is what this envelope does, where when I turn it off, it's constantly there. But now it's there, but it's kind of like side chaining, yeah? It's pretty much the same thing as side chaining. Side chaining the hiss and noise of the recorder. It does sound a little bit like a Razorhead, doesn't it? Hey Mix Club, what's happening? So we also have an echo here, or a delay, whatever you'd like to call it. And let's turn that on. So now we've got this wonderful echo running in the background. You can really hear that thicken up. Okay, so with your echo, you have a free time, so we can change our time freely, or I can sync it to the clock of the door, which is currently 120 BPM. I can hit sync, and now that's sunk. Beautiful. All right, so possibly my favorite setting here, clean and dirty. So you've got a clean and dirty routing here. Let's hear the difference. Subtle. All right, so we've got a feedback here for your echo. So if I turn this up, obviously, we are going to feed back this delay. You've got a low pass for your, now remember this low pass, this is just for the echo or delay, whatever you want to call it. So we've got a nice little low pass. We can take out all that low. Yeah. We've got a level just for the delay as well. Or we've got a little button here which just gives us the wet mix, just the wet delay. I think what's really nice about this too, so we've got this master here. What I really like about this is we've got an input and an output, and I think you'll find if you pull this output down, sorry, it's the other way around. If we take this here and you mess around with these, you can get like a real different tonality going on. So we've got our output down and our input up. Now let's reverse it. We have a soft clip down here. And we have a mono button. So if you want to bring everything back into mono. And this is where things get fun. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna jump over to here, and we're just gonna listen to just the mix. Take out the dry mix, because this is fun. We've got a record and stop button. Let's do this. Now, if I had kept my mix button up here, the dry mix would still keep playing, because it's not stopping the music in the background yet. So if we take this back and turn on the record button now, I do too. I don't know what it is about the sound of a tape stopping and slowing down. And you can control the speed. So you've got a speed button for each of the stop and record. So let's turn these up full and maximize our is it small things amuse small minds? Let's bring in our dry mix. Yeah, ain't that true? Where did I see that comment? We fought so hard to get away from this sound. And here we are. Here we are. In a world. In a world where drag queens are being arrested for reading books. So we've also got this mic and speaker. So this is in relation to the actual hardware. So if we jump over, have a look at this hardware here. These things have speakers, right? See? These things had built-in speakers in them. So what this does is it emulates the sound of the actual speaker. When you click on this little speaker button, let's turn it off. And we've got a mic button here too, so that is in relation to the real piece of gear. Hello, Party Pete. Yes, it is Daylight Savings. Hello to all you Americans who lost an hour of your lives today. Thank you for joining me today. Speaking of Pete Johns, we have Pete coming up next after this with Your Music Live. So, I think you'll agree. Wow, listen to that. Beautiful. So even the way that the echo works will change between these Japan, Italy, France. So you can hear that. That echo's got way more feedback. We can turn down the levels. Wonderful. Let's change up this piano. This is the beautiful thing. If you don't have this app either, Piano Motifs, and you're not a pianist and you're looking to, generate beautiful piano, this thing's amazing. Look, all you have to do, I'm going to hit next, generate. Let's hit play. Oh, man. This app blows me away, Piano Motifs. It's like having a pianist in your house. Hello, Russ. Welcome, Russ. Good to see you. Have you been here long? What's that? Anyway. So we'll run through some, we'll put some drums on here as well. We'll just use Hammerhead, maybe. Hammerhead. Maybe not that. In fact, let's go with drum computer. Something a bit more. We'll just throw on some drums first, yeah? Where are we? And we'll run through some presets on here. So there's plenty of presets. You should be able to hear the echo one here with drums just adds this layer, man. So another cool thing you can do, say you get a bunch of settings that you like, yeah? See this little padlock up here? If I click on this padlock, it slightly changes the color of the screen. And now I can go through here and select a bunch of items that I like. All right, say I want to keep all these three things, well, these 5 things here, and you add a padlock to it. Yeah? So now when I hit the randomization, it's going to change everything else except the items that I have locked. When I hit our randomization button, and I can try to move them, but it's not going to do anything. And you can turn them off just by clicking them all like so. Let's add in a scaler quickly. We just quickly set this sucker up. 4 beats, door sync on. We'll do a lo-fi. Throw in a quick splat to clat because it's fun. So if I can spell splat, then we'll get out of your hair for the day and send you over to Pete's channel. Let me just open up my favorites. Where are my favorites here? Do I have any favorites in here? There's one. Let's try that. There we go. We'll go out with some lo-fi mellowness today. Show out a little bit of so much fun with this app. Like, you can see, I'm just going through presets and it's totally changed it up. Good fun, yeah? What a freaking cool app. Plenty more presets for you to play with. Heaps of fun just to mess around. Sick for lo-fi. As I said, look, you can put on individual tracks and create some really cool stuff. Or you could even just put it on your master track for the end of it. What's all this pigeon chat that's going on? What are you weirdos talking about? Huh? Weirdos, I'll tell you, a whole lot of you. Anyway, that is the wonderful, wonderful brand new reels from AudioThing. It's wicked. Remember, apps aren't Pokemon. You don't need to collect them all. Only the ones that make you create better music or help you to create better music. But this is wonderful for lo-fi, for beautiful tape recreation. If that's your flag, that's your bag, that's your thing, make the bell ring and all that jazz. Thank you, Audible Video, for the kind super chat. You rock. What do we got coming up on the show? Let me quickly go through what's happening this week with you, and then I'll shoot you all over to Pete's show. And we've got the time change, so obviously the show's starting an hour later for you all in the US for a few weeks until we change our clocks. Then everything goes crazy again. Later today, after YML. Come and join me. I'll be having a threesome with Joe and Barry Glenn. We're recording some backing vocals on their song for maybe an hour. Just want to get this done, so come and hang out, see if I can whip through these vocals really quick and get it done before Metalhead Hippie Show. Boom! And tomorrow we're taking a look at a really cool app which has been overlooked called Mcur. It is a step sequencer. It's rad. You will love it. Very cool app. Also, after that, we are doing a massive show on Tuesday if you're in the US or UK. The complete Bandcamp guide. I'm going to do a huge special on everything you need to know about Bandcamp, how to get albums released, vinyl, merchandise, your music, ISRC codes, everything you need to know, setting up multiple band accounts, all this kind of stuff we'll be looking at this week. And then we are looking at this sucker, which is Ian Hardball, Nenbrini's new metal amp. And I'll be making a song in 30 minutes using this, a death metal song in 30 minutes. And guess what? We're wrapping up the end of the week with something special. It is my 100th interview. And I'm going back to the start with the first interview I ever did on this channel. There he is, Pete Johns, who's up next. And we're going to have Pete on and we're going to talk a load of bollocks. Sponsored by DistroKid. So hopefully you can join me for the 100th interview on this channel. It's amazing. Who would have thought we would have got there? Anyway, that is the end of the show today. Thank you very much for being here. I'll dump you all over to Pete for a Jade raid. Do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better. And remember, we'll all flock together.
We'll all rise together. 'Cause you make me shine better. And we'll all rise together.